Let me give you a couple of highlights. Just give you one of the highlights here. Here's Elizabeth Warren in last night's debate.
I'd like to talk about who we're running against. A billionaire who calls women fat broads and horse-faced lesbians. And no, I'm not talking about Donald Trump. I'm talking about Mayor Bloomberg.
I loved that. I loved that.
She was awake last night.
She was.
Elizabeth. She had the chamomile didn't put her to sleep before the debate.
And she was the unity candidate. Remember, she's the one in all of the debates saying, I don't want to talk ill about anybody else. She went for his throat.
It does seem like
night.
she gave up on that.
Oh, yeah.
Because there was this idea that she was going to be the left-wing candidate. Bernie kind of took that back. She decided going into New Hampshire and Iowa that she would be the unity candidate. That failed miserably. Now she's back to the fighter again.
Yes.
That's the new profile.
So a billionaire who calls women fat broads and horse-faced lesbians. Now, she must be quoting, right?
She'll just make that up.
Couldn't make that up.
I assumed, although I did not know the quote from Bloomberg on horse-faced lesbians.
So I looked it up.
Was she insulting lesbians?
What?
Why did she include lesbians in the quote? I'm concerned.
Because he included lesbians.
Well, he probably included other words, too. She didn't include those.
Well, he did, and she should have.
Really?
I mean, to say a billionaire who calls women fat broads and horse-faced lesbians is not the whole quote.
Do we have the whole quote?
I have the whole quote. The whole quote.
Can we hear the whole quote on the radio?
No. The whole quote, I know, that would make it just too delicious. The whole quote comes from a book written by Eleanor Randolph entitled The Many Lives of Michael Bloomberg. It was released last year. And he was talking about the royal family in Great Britain.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And he said, the British royal family, what a bunch of misfits. An architect, that horsey-faced lesbian, and a kid who gave up Koo Stark for some fat broad.
There you go.
This is like having your grandpa. This is like running your grandfather. And I don't even mean Donald Trump as your Donald Trump was the guy on the bar stool at the end of the bar who would just blurt things out, okay? This is your grandfather who you're like, Grandpa, don't say those things.
Right.
So don't say those things out loud. I mean, this is the British royal family. What a bunch of misfits. A gay, an architect, that horsey-faced lesbian, and a kid who gave up Koo Stark for some fat broad.
Unbelievable. And I'm concerned, too. What does he have against architects?
I don't know.
It's a weird
one, isn't it? And an architect.
Yeah, these architects are all over the place.
So I want to know, who's the gay one? Who's the architect? Who's the horsey-faced lesbian? And who gave up Koo Stark for some fat broad?
Now, isn't it, is it?
Camilla.
Camilla is the one I've heard other places also called the horse face.
Right,
now,
but is she a lesbian? She's
married
to...
Right. I don't know.
I
will say.
Think so. But you're right. The one that sticks out here, one of these things just doesn't belong, is the architect.
Yeah.
What a bunch of misfits. There's an architect in that family.
These bastards designing facilities.
I build my buildings without architects.
I sketch them on napkins and I build them exactly like that.
You build a building with an architect. Next thing you know, you'll be gay. What?
These bastards are looking at these load-bearing walls. Wait, what? I don't even understand.
I understand all of them, I guess. I just don't get the architect one. You're right.
I draw my buildings on napkins. If they're squiggly lines, they build squiggly walls. That's how it works.
You ever seen the Seattle Music Center? That was me on a drunk night with a napkin.
It's just a weird attack.
It really is. It really is.
I don't...
Fat broads, horsey-faced lesbians, a gay... a bunch of misfits, and an architect.
That's
like, you know what that is?
Yeah.
That's Gilligan's Island, and the architect is Mary Ann. Like, how the hell did I get on? Why am I here?
Although a bunch of misfits and an architect is a solid band name.
It
I would
really
say.
is.
It would be good.
That wouldn't be bad. Maybe we should remake Gilligan's Island with that. A gay, an architect, that horsey-faced lesbian, and the kid who gave up Stark for some fat broad.
So weird. It just seems like such a random thing. It's like it's like you're gonna throw like actuary in next. It's like what?
And a
These
garbage man.
librarians, these actuaries. It's like
Next thing you'll know,
salesman.
you'll have somebody that worked at Home Depot. What the hell is wrong with these people?
I don't understand it. That's an interesting one. And she didn't bring up the architect in her
She
thing.
didn't. Well, she is pro-architect, I hear.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the kind. Is that how it is in her family?
That's how it is in her family. They have apparently no problem with architects. Here's how these are the people that you are now surrounding yourself around, Democrats. These are the people that you say our children should look up to. And I know we had Donald Trump. I get it. Believe me, I get it. But that's a one-off. That's an anomaly. And that's a response, honestly, to all of the big government people who have not been listening. And I don't mean just the Democrats. I mean the Republicans, too. The reason why Donald Trump was elected was not because that's who we are. That's not who we are. He's the first guy that was listening to America that said, yeah, you know what they're really sick of? They're really sick of, you guys, all of this corruption, all of this backroom dealing, all of this, we're going to do it and then you never do it. That's really why he was elected. If you don't get that now, you never will. But what you're putting up are people that are ideological. Well, they belong in the royal family. It's a group of misfits. And even Santa, in the end, he took that. Yeah, sure. You see the Christmas special. He's like, oh, okay, Charlie in the box, get in. Why? Nobody wants a Charlie in the box. And he flies away. What you don't see is he dumps that bag in the middle of the ocean. Nobody wants the misfit toys. Nobody. A squirt gun that squirts jelly in the bottom of the ocean right now. That's where it's laying. That's your destiny with this group of misfits. And it's not just the people. It's the people that they are attracting. Listen to this. This is Joe Biden giving his final thoughts at the debate and being interrupted. Listen.
I'm running because so many people are...
Look at him. He's like, I don't know what's happening.
Please give us a moment. We'll clear the room and let
Congratulations, Democrats. Congratulations. I know I want our government run by these people. I can't imagine how great life will be when that's the way we deal with everything.